Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back if you are returning, and welcome to you if you are new. This video is a part of the What Month Is It collaboration, so let's get crafting. Now for this DIY, I had this wooden crate from Dollar Tree that I'd used in another DIY, and this new one that I am now heating up the glue just to remove the side, one side actually, because I'm going to be joining them. And I must tell you that it was not easy to get the glue separated. I eventually got them done, and here I'm just putting them together. I'm going to be using some hot glue as well as some Gorilla wood glue. And I joined them together and used some clamps. These are from the Dollar Tree, to hold them together to keep the sections, the joint sections in place. I cut down some craft sticks and added those along with this wooden plank from the Dollar Tree as well, and that's to give the bottom of the planter firm sturdiness. And after I did that, I set it aside for a couple days to dry properly. And this is now a few days later, and I'm now removing the painter's tape that I had used to hold it together. And then I took some Waverly crystal paint, and I'm going to be sanding that down and painting it. Now I chose this color because it was close to the color, which is light blue, for the month of March. I'll show some information on that coming up in the video. So now it's all painted and dried. I had these 4 wooden blocks and I painted those as well, and I'm going to be putting them on with some wood glue as well as some hot glue. And then I used some Mod Podge to gloss over it to give it a finished look. I then took some flower foam and this dried moss. I've had this for so long, I think it's done its days now. and that the reason for putting the base at the bottom of the planter was to prevent some of these moss from scattering all over the place. Now this is lamb's ear that I'm putting that in there, and I think it's a little too big for the planter. I think I'm going to be removing it afterwards and just dressing it down. Here are some here are some Easter eggs I got from my 79-cent store, and this is LED lights, Easter LED lights from the Dollar Tree, and this thought came to me afterwards, so I'm like, let me just try this and see how it works. But as you can see, the lights are all white, so I placed them in the battery pack with AA batteries, I believe. And in order for the battery pack to function properly, I had to put it underneath and then run the cord in the opening and bring it on the top. Then I decided, why not put the light on the inside of the egg? And it worked. Didn't do much of a difference, but at least it gave the little holes on the eggs, allowed the light to shine through, and that was good. And see, after I turned it on, this is how it looks. Awesome. And those, I just put some candles on there. You can put whatever you want to put on those 2 flower foam for height. And here is my little planter. I love it. Of course, I'm going to be dressing it a little different after this video, but I love it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now about this collaboration hosted by Tammy of Happiness Created, and her guest hosts this month are CJ from CJ DIY, Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, and Brandy from DIY Struggle. I will leave links to their channels in the description box below, as well as the playlist. So this is a triangle plaque from the Dollar Tree. I like the colors on the inside, but I decided to do something different. So I took some acrylic white paint and I painted both the insides and the outsides. And I got this roll of Raffia from my 79-cent store last year. I purchased this when I was doing the Winter Wonderland DIY and did not use it at the time, and I thought, oh, this is a perfect color for this DIY. So here I am using it, and I am going to be lining the inside of the triangle plaque with the raffia, like you will see in the end. And I want to have you sit through me doing all of that at once. So I did the rest of it off camera. So if you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I am so happy you decided to join me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and some occasionally thrift flips and shopping hauls. If you like budget-friendly content like this one, and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell and hit it again and select all, so YouTube notifies you when I upload new videos, and it's free. So here we have it all done, and this is what it looks like. And as you can see, I love the light blue color against the white. Now I decided, okay, what am I going to be putting inside here? So I took 2 tumbling tower blocks, cut down some craft sticks, and decided to make a little planter. So I cut them down, glued them onto the block. So after I cut down the sticks and glue them together, make the little planter, I should have, it was a thought in my mind, I must tell you, I thought about staining it, but I was so focused on what I was doing, I totally forgot to stain the thing before I glued it in. So after building the front of this little planter, I realized that it needed more in order for the flowers to hold in. So I took the miter shear and cut down some more craft sticks, glued those on. And then I'm all set with this little planter for the time being. So now that it's all glued together, and to redeem myself a little bit, I had a piece of cloth with some Waverly antique wax, and I just rubbed it on the planter as much as I could without messing up the sides. And after I stained it, I said, let me just put some on the outside edges, and that is what you see me doing here. Now I had this flower picked from the Dollar Tree, and I thought the yellow just made it pop. This represents the yellow from the color from the flower of the month, which is a daffodil. And then I took some boxwood pick, made a small finger bow, glued that on the front of the planter, and this is done. Now there you have it, guys, 2 of my DIYs for this month. Let me know which of these 2 that you prefer, and don't forget to check out the host channels as well as the playlist. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe before you leave. And if you like content like this, I suggest this video or this playlist. And stay safe until next time. Bye.